Our business reporter, Tumisang Ndlovu, is in Centurion, standing by to speak to the CEO of the Tourism Business Council. It's over to you, Tumi.
Thanks, Tutu, and good afternoon. Indeed, there's some good news in the tourism sector, and that's as the latest data from Statistics South Africa is indicating that total income in the tourism accommodation industry has increased by 83.6%. It is for the month of November, and as you've indicated, I am joined here by the CEO at the Tourism Business Council of South Africa, that's Tshifhiwa Tshivhengwa. Thank you so much for your time, Tshifhiwa. First, it is good news, especially looking at what has been taking place domestically. What has been the response so far?
Well, it is indeed good news. It is something that we have seen for that month in terms of the movement of people and the activities that were happening within the hospitality and tourism sector at large. So it's very good news. It shows that the industry, is on its way to recovery. And also it gives us an indication on the type of recovery that we're experiencing. And we've seen that domestic market is playing a very critical role in the recovery of the tourism sector. So it's good news. It means that at least we are working. At least people are back at work in terms of those that have been laid off. And also it means that, entrepreneurs are also, starting to see some movement within the sector. Indeed, overall good news, and hopefully will only improve from here going forward.
The global sentiment is also just as positive as in relation to these numbers that we are talking about today. But can the same be said about this data being a precursor maybe to an even better year where tourism is concerned in South Africa? The last 2 years have been quite brutal.
Well, that's correct. If you look at the data that's released by StatSA, that data is for November. Now we need to look at data for December, and we do know that in December we were going through, the red listing of South Africa due to Omicron, and many countries banning their citizens from traveling to South Africa. That had a dent in terms of the international inbound and the sentiments. Again, the domestic market came, and from what we are seeing now, pretty much rescued the situation to a certain extent. However, it's important that we regain, our market share from the international inbound point of view. And as we recover, we need to do some more work in the likes of the UK, USA, Germany, and many other places where we used to get a high number of tourists. So this is, somehow a mixed, sort of numbers. We still have to look at the December numbers. We still have to see what's going to happen January going forward in terms of our forward book. But we hope that it's going to be a better year. We hope that more and more people are going to come back into the industry, and we hope that we're going to see more aeroplanes and airlines really considering coming back to South Africa, and we hope to see more buses on the road and more taxis on the roads. So it's a gradual growth, but we are cautious about it. We know that it's driven by domestic market. We know that we're in COVID. We know that we may have another type of, the Omicron plus or whatever it may be that may come our way. But we are cautiously optimistic that, we will get to a situation where tourism will fully recover and more people will go back to work.
Lastly, let's talk about the work that still needs to be put in, particularly with the issue of South Africa having been placed on the red list on countries such as the UK. How much more work is needed? Because we saw that became somewhat of a geopolitical matter as well as an international relations issue.
Yeah, absolutely. We still need to work on our brand and also to stimulate or generate demand from the UK and many other countries. So a lot of work needs to go in terms of marketing, branding. South African tourism is coming up with a program that's going to be used in various markets. And of course, us as a private sector, we will fully participate to make sure that, we recover what we've lost. It's going to be an uphill battle because every country in the world is going to be looking at tourism and saying, this is a low-hanging fruit. We can boost our economy if we get more people coming into our country, and therefore everyone is going to be going for the same clients. So we need to be top of mind as South Africa, and we need to do more work. We need to be more visible, and that's something that we're going to be embarking on, going forward.
Thank you as always for your time. That's the word from the Tourism Business Council of South Africa amid the improved numbers in the tourism sector on a